Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm just going to recap. Remember last time we spoke about prototyping and variables and prototyping in our last class. And we got stuck at some point because of course the class was getting too long and I was exhausted, yeah. And I also was being skeptical with introducing conditionals. Also, we got stuck at this point where this number, when we increase this value, it did not increase it correctly, right? And we realized that we did not assign the right value to the cat total. So I'm just going to, because of that, I'm going to run through the class again, a recap. And I realized maybe some people did not join. Well, if you did not join, that's your luck because you did not join. So basically,
That's your approval.
I'll run through the class again. So if you're not talking, make sure you mute yourself because of the noise, by the way. So at the end product of it is that we want um this value, this image should change. We want that when we increase it, it will increase. If we reduce it, it should reduce. If we increase it, this price should increase. If we click on this delete, it should delete. When we reduce price, most likely if we have time, this 4 should reduce to this 4 should reduce. And also when we increase, this should also increase or reduce. And that is what we are going to try to achieve today. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember I spoke about um variables, advanced variables and prototyping. So I believe, and I told you guys the first thing I wanted to do would be first to achieve this, to achieve this this we want this image to change. If it's tomato, the image should change. We want this to change if it's in ginger, if this is garlic, if it's in whatever this is, if it's banana, it should change. But we literally cannot imagine how many items you have in your cart, and you now start doing those one by one. That's really not ideal. So that took us to what we did. We created a component, which is what I've done. And I'm so sure I'm not going to walk anyone through on component because we've done this couple of times, and I did it in the last class. We created a component and we made instance of this components, which you guys, all of you should know. Anyone who does not know, I think you should make reference to our previous classes. Yeah. Then we did that. I created this was the component for image. So I would say create a product image, which is what I did here. We created a product image because we want in such a way that when we call this product, let's say I want to call this product. I want to call this product, right? I want to call this product here. And I want it to be like if it's not tomato, it should be banana. If it's not banana, it should be ginger. And we've done that before. I'm so sure all of you know how we did that. So I can also come here and change this product if I want to change. You understand? But I'm not gonna do that. I will leave this one here. So I'll create one, making it a component, and I also created for this card in such a way that when we click on this, when I call this in here, I click on it, it should increase and reduce. So I created this as well. You might not want to create this separately. You can still do your variable, you can still do your assign your values to this if you don't want to make it, but I prefer to create a component for it separately as well. So let's not talk too much. First thing we need to do is, like I will say, create a component for product image, which is one we've done. That is this product image. I'm going to remove this because we don't need this anymore. We need only one until when we are ready to call it. So we need this, just one of this is fine. Yeah. Then create a component for this product image. I've done that. Then create a component for cat plus and minus, which is this cat plus and minus here. I've done that. What else do we need to do? Create variables for product cat total. Remember what I told you guys how to do variables. What the variable will do is a universal element in such a way that I'll assign the value of the variable to this one. Sorry. I'll assign the value of the variable to this one and all the components and all the elements here. So to do that, first go to variables by your right, click on variables, and in variables we have 4 types of variables. Who want to help me mention those 4 types of variables?
Boolean, number, string, and what's the fourth one? Can't remember the fourth one. Oh yeah, color.
All right, thank you. So, like the name implies, color is for color variables. Number is for number variables. Strings is for like text, and Boolean is for true or false. I will do the Boolean last because it's one of the most interesting part of the variable. That's what they use in deleting, by the way. If you want to delete something, you use Boolean true or false or disable visibility. I'll do that last, by the way. To create colors, you know how to create colors with variables. So I won't do that. I'll just create here, give it a color and whatever you want to do. But I don't want that. Mm. I don't want this. I'm going to delete it. But we are going to create a variable, product cat total. It's going to be because of product cat total, it's going to be what? Is it color or number? Or strings?
Number.
Number. Product cat total. I will give you the value of the total of it should be 1. Let's just give it the value of 1. It can be 0 by the way, but just give it 1 for now. Then after we've created product cat total, I would say go on your component, assign that value to this one. You know why you want to assign that value to this one, right? Do you guys know why you want to assign that value to 1?
So that you can increase and reduce accordingly.
Exactly, so that you can control it. It's like if you give it a tag, it's like when you buy something, you buy so many things, or so many people go to market to buy the same product, the same brand, the same color. For you to make your own distinct, you give it you tag it, write the Oluchi, write the Ugona, or write the good luck, whichever one you want to, whichever one's your name. Write whatever you want to write, just to give it a distinct value. So that by the time you give it, and I do it, notice I did it on the component itself, on the component itself. So that by the time I'm ready to control it, I can easily control it. Now, notice, let me show you something. Let me just explain. Let me see if I can do something. Now, because we've just assigned that value to that, I don't think anything will change, by the way. Let's see. Nothing has changed. Yeah. But let's go back and control this now. So the next thing we need to do, go back to the main component. Sorry, the component, and go to the plus. What you need to do is assign value to the plus and minus, like this plus and minus. And to do that, we are going to say, click on this plus and go to prototype. We are going to do what? Add an interaction. Are you guys there? Are you guys there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was disconnected. Yeah. So with odd and interaction, it's going to be on click because we want people when they click. So it's going to be on click, not on drag, not while over, not while pressing. It's going to be on click. So leave it on click. Then go to action. Under action, you say you do what? You set variables. And when you set variables, you say, what do you do when you set variable? Who went back to read it? is going to be product cat total equals to product cat total plus what? You guys should respond. Come on. Plus what?
Plus 1.
What's the keeping number there now? Plus 1.
Plus 1. That is it. Then you go there. Let's see our prototype. Okay. Now, this one is not reducing. So we go back and do the same for the minus. What did I do? Yeah. Okay. Do the same for minus. So add interaction. On click, set variable to product cat total, which is equals to product cat total minus, yeah, minus 1, and enter. Let's go back to our prototype. Let's see. Now there's an issue here. There's an issue. It's supposed not to go lower than that, but I'm going to leave there because I don't want to introduce conditional until when we get to we do a conditional today, by the way. But if I introduce conditional now, then I'm already taking the last part of the class, which is not good. I'll leave it there as it is. So right now it's increasing. Good. So we've controlled that one. So we create main component for image, which I've done that. Now let's see now on this our product. What do? We've had we have tomato, which is product name, right? We have what else do we have? Product base price here, and what product image, right? So let's create variables for that. We are going to go back, leave component, go to our variables. We do create variable. For the first one is product what? Let's call it product name. Product name. Then we have another one, product what? Is it number? Yeah, it's number. After product name, what do we have?
Number, total.
I didn't get you.
Total. Right. In total number. Right.
Yeah, I mean, so I think you guys need to realize something that you must not name it the way I do. Just name it the way you understand and the way even anybody can understand as well, by the way. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing, it must be product-based price, but be product name, but be product. I mean, any way you want to, however you want to call it, but make sure that it's readable. But I make my own this way because I prefer it this way. So after that one, we do product. I've done product name, product-based price. Another thing I want to do is product total price. Rename. Edit variable, product total price. Total price. All right, so now we realize that we can only do for one. Have you seen it? And we can't be doing product total price 2, product total price 3, and product total price 4. That's not ideal. So for us to do that, it takes us to what we call an advanced feature. The advanced feature, which is more like an advanced mode, is only available on to those who use at least education or paid plan. So you will see this button here, you click on it, you see new variable mode. So we're going to add mode 1 to mode 4 because we need 4 of this. I will just expand this. Yeah, we need 4 of this. So the first name is what? Let's say tomato. The second one is what? Let's say banana. I didn't get you.
Okay. I thought it was plantain. That's the name of it. But banana I can go.
Banana. Okay.
And
Hold on. Did I do something? Oh, product name is a mistake in product name. I used what scope is it? Okay, product name is wrong. Product name is supposed to be um product name is supposed to be
Drink.
drinks. Yeah, thank you. Product name. Thank you. So the first one is what? Tomato. Is it showing? It's not showing. Okay, tomato. And the second one is banana. The third one was what?
Egg.
Egg. The next one, the last one was ginger.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to assign price to them. We need to assign price to them. Their base price was what and what? 90, 120, 20, 84. We. Let's do it this way. Yeah, not bad. Yep. So let's see. Let's go and see what let's go and do. Well, after we've done it, I'll just close this and let me go back to my price and do what? We've done that. We've created it, we've created it, we've created this. Okay. Yeah. So after we've done that, we need to apply those variables that we've created to the main component. So we go back to our main component, right? Click on interaction. What we created, set variable, on click here. We should leave it there. On click, set variable, sorry. Set variable to hold on, what did I just do? A minute, please. Of the created this, assign this. Is it moving? This was increasing, right? Yeah. Okay, so we've passed this stage already. I need to apply variables to the main component. Yeah. Yeah, remove this, sorry. All right, so let's do it again. Sorry, guys. Set variables, going to be product, going to be product. Sorry, I'm not booting. I just got distracted. Product name. Okay, I remember. Sorry, this is what we need to add variable to this product name. Sorry about that. I was just being distracted a bit. So we do that. We assign the value of, it's not variable. We're supposed to assign the value of product name to all this first. Sorry. So do you guys understand what I mean by that, right? Because we want to control each of these by their mode. So it will change whenever we toggle it. So we assign value to, it's going to be product name. And we are going, this one going to be, you notice I separated the 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 currency and the amount because currency is static, this is dynamic. So I'm going to assign value to this one. It's going to be product. I'm going to make it product. I'm going to make a product total price instead of product base price with reasons. I want it to change dynamically. I don't want it to be fixed. If I change it to product cat total, it's going to be just one because we assign value to it one. So I'm going to write, instead of giving it product base price either, I'm going to make it product total price so that anytime we multiply it in future, which we are going to do that, it will also change. It will not be fixed price. So I'm going to say product total price. So that's what I give this to product total price. So now I've done that. I'll go, let's see if we can go on our this and see what happens when we prototype. Does anything change? Okay, nothing change. Now let's go and assign the main value. Let's do this. What happens here? Yeah, fine. Leave it there. I've done that. What else do I need to do? Apply values that they have done that. Duplicate the changes. So we need to make it 4. We need 4 of this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just take this out a bit so that I can. All right, so okay. Just for consistency purpose, I will add an auto layout to this. We know how to add an auto layout. Okay, I've added an auto layout to it so that everything will be controlled at once. Yeah, it'll be arranged, evenly arranged. Then duplicate the changes. Yeah, I've done the changes. So after I've duplicated the changes, I need to change this to this was you want to make this banana. You want to make this
Egg.
want to make this ginger. Now we need to toggle, we need to change this toggle. Remember we created four different modes, right? Now for us to apply those modes that we created to this, we have to come here. What do we have? We go to appearance, look for collection, mode 1. That's mode 1, that's fine. This one will take up in mode 2. What did we call it again? Sorry. Sorry, how many variables did I create? Did I create up to 2 variables? How many variables? View all variable. I created 1 variable. I'm seeing 2 variables on my workflow. Product variable collection mode 1. Okay. I think I refused. I did not delete. Yeah, this is so it's the second one I need to be using. I don't know why it's appearing to. I guess because I did something is it the last class I did? Maybe I did not delete that one. Yeah, I think so. All right. Okay, yeah, so we're using the second variable. Hopefully we can delete that later. So I've assigned those modes to each of the cards, right? Which is fine now. But we want the price to change as we prototype. Let's see. Let's see if it will change. It's not changing. Let's see, it's not changing. All right, there must be a reason. So let me go to main component. This is what we are going to work now. Click on it here. So go to main component, select prototype. Let's add prototype to it. We click on this, set variables. No. That's not what I want. I want in such a way that when it loads, I don't remember now. When it loads, it should do what, guys? Remember we said something. When it loads, it should load out those in what we just created. So we are going to do after delay. And none of you also went back to check it. Action would be who want to guide me? No action. Now I see the kind of student that I have.
Sorry, I'm not getting. You said when it loads, you should do what?
You shouldn't load when it load. Remember we did something last time. We spoke about after delay. You guys,
Yes,
one milliseconds after.
millisecond. Yes, so it's almost like nothing at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So but we're still not done. After that one, we do what? Set the value. Have we added the prototype here? Then click on this. set the value of product total price as product base price times product cart total. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to run through something to be sure that it works on my prototype. It's not giving me what I want on the prototype. Once I get it, I'll explain. Just 1 minute. Yeah, so we are good. I know where the issue came from. So right, I'm going to undo and explain. I just tried something and I noticed something. So this was where we waste. That was the mistake we made last time. So I wanted to make sure that we avoid that same issue. So you notice before now, when we create unload when we create this this was showing 00000, even when we've assigned the mode to them, right? What I did to avoid that, let me see if I can undo it. Go to my main component. On my main component, if you look at my main component, the first thing I did was to set after delay. And I added 1 millisecond that once it loads, it should load out that stuff. That's a trigger. Then another thing was that on this my main component, I assign value. I assign value to the tomato. That's more like the product name. I assign value to the product total price, and I assign value to each of these as their own value, which if you follow, you understand, right? Is anyone that has a question at this point?
Excuse me. On that delay, you said it's a trigger. How? How is that a trigger?
On the delay,
Yeah.
the trigger on the delay. That trigger is, if you even say you see trigger. The trigger is that it should load immediately. So this is it. See how the thing is. It is on the by default, this is what the value 0, right? But
Yeah.
once it load, the trigger said that in 1 minute, in less than 1 second, rather, load out the true value. If I increase that thing to, like, let's say in 800 milliseconds, it will take time for it to bring out this value. Let's try it. Let's make it to. Let's try it this way. It does not change until, let's see when it will change. Have you seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the trigger. So the trigger is that loads immediately. That's what we're just trying to do there.
Okay, so if you set the trigger to none, that
No,
means nothing will happen. Like it won't load.
there's nothing wrong with trying. It does not even accept none. It does not accept value of none. It does not accept zero as a value.
No, I mean the trigger. If you set the trigger itself to none.
Okay, to none. No, none of the action will work here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
What did we do? I've scattered something, Abby. Control. What did we do before on our main component? The first thing we did on our main component was to assign values. Oh yeah. How them they even they redo? That's true. Edit, redo,
Control Shift V.
redo, Control Shift.
V.
Yeah. Have I done it? Yeah. So I'll just do redo again. I'm not using I've this thing.
We are Command Shift Z.
That's serious.
Rub it in very well.
Let's see. Let's try it again. If I've not gone to delete what we did, sha. Let's see. Okay, so we need to go and do it properly. I've deleted something on that main component. What was it again? After delay, on our main component, what did we do after delay? Yeah, this is okay. So set variable here. What? When you don't confuse me. Where did we stop?
I think that's all in that area.
No, that's not all because something is not. It's supposed to be two. I did two. There was a target here. Let me just talk myself out through. I did this here. I did this here. Did this. When the load, I've assigned value to this already, right? Let me see. Have I assigned value? Yes, I've assigned value. I've assigned value to this here. So we assign value to this. So in our main component, when we duplicate the changes under here, go to main select prototype. Yeah, we've done that. Select prototype, add value. We've done add value. What else did I do? Okay, I remember. I know where we missed. So I'll need to click on this. I will set the value of set variable. I'll set the value of I will set the value of the product price target. That should be product price. Yeah, product price.
Product total price actually.
Yeah, that will be like total. It will be product price, which will give us product base price times product cut total. Abi, Abi. Yeah, I think it has loaded now. Yeah. Hopefully I've not missed something. So let me just talk you guys through again what we've done so far because we are going to go on the next step. So the first step I did was to just recap, create a product component for the product images, which is here. Then I create a component for cat and plus minus, like right, guys. I created a variable which was in product cat total. After I assigned the value of the variable to plus and minus, which you guys are aware of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I created a main component which is this with the image and everything. And after that one I use advanced mode to create mode 1, mode 2, 3, and 4, right? Then I now duplicate the changes, which is here, into 4 places. I'm trying to talk into 4 places. I'm going to just delete this just for now. Into 4 places, right? After I duplicated the changes under appearance, in case you're wondering how I did that under appearance, the next thing did that to go to the main I went to the main component. Under the main component, I selected prototype and add interaction. Add interaction. I'll just remove it. I created prototype, add interaction. Under add interaction, what I did was to um go to after delay, make it one
1 ms.
ms here. Then after I've done that, I now set the value, add another action, and I set the value of the product total. I set the value, set variable, the value of what? Product total price to be product base price times product cat total in such a way that this should increase, right? But let's see if it will increase. Sorry, I don't think it will increase. That was what we did for just let's see that's just we've done so far. Because we need to go on to the next stage right now. What have we done? At this point we are okay, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Is it going down? Yeah. So we are okay at this point. Let's just leave it as it is. Now the next thing is that we want the cat price to update, like and want this price here which was where we got stopped last time, right? We want this price here to update, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now because we want this price to update, we need to do what? Create another variable. And this time around, what I would do is that instead of adding that value, see, if I click on create variable here, let's say number, it's going to give me 4 modes, and we don't need it. We don't need 4 modes for this. So instead of creating it here, I'll create another collection, and I'll call it I'll create another collection. I'll call it cat total. I'll call it cat total. Then under cat total, I'll create a number variable because it's a number, right? Then I'll set the value to 0, so I'll leave it as it is. You can toggle in between collections, whichever you want. Okay, guys? You can toggle in between collections. It doesn't matter. You can rearrange it also if you want to, but let's just leave it as it is. Then after I've done that, I need to go to the main component. I go to the main component and I click add interaction. Oh, it's under prototype. I click add interaction. Remember, it's under the same interaction before we have. It's not a new interaction, guys. Take note of that. I click on this, add interaction. When I add interaction, what I do is that I add an action which is set variables. Yeah, and I'll set variables to what we want to do is to control the cat total. So it's going to be cat. Where is that cat? I did not name it well. Sorry, guys. Where is it? What did I create? I created variable, right? Nobody even reminded me. How will I leave it number? Nobody even asked me. We need to edit this. Sorry. Cat total. Because it's easier for me to know which one is than to just leave it number. There are so many numbers. That's why I got confused there. So I'll do this again. What did I say? Go to the variables you've already the interaction you've already created before. So cat total would be what? Plus cat total plus total product total price. Cat total will be product total price. Let's see if that is correct. If not, we undo. Yeah, cat not updating. Okay. Then it's not updating. Then assign. Okay, I know why. We need to assign value to we need to assign value to this. We've not assigned any value to this. So we need to assign value to that so that it will update. So what we need to do is to assign value to it. We go to our, and we call it cat total, which is 0. I think it should work now. It should work now. Yeah, so it's updating now. Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir, but this one that you're increasing, is it not supposed to also increase the product base total?
That is where we are going.
Okay. All right, sir.
Yeah, that is where we are going. That is what we're gonna take us to conditional and every other thing.
No problem. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
that's where we are going. Yeah, we will definitely do that. It will increase. Yeah. So now there's a challenge. We want in such a way that when you click on this minus, it should not. You should only stop at 1. Is that okay? We want it to be interactive.
And that's conditional.
Yeah, which take us to conditional. And conditional is that is like an if statement. So if this is true, then this should be the action, else this should not happen. You understand?
Mm.
So what we do is a condition is basically like an if statement. So if a certain condition is met, then we execute an action A, else we execute an action B. It's just what we did for those of us that did computer science. I borrowed one computer science. It was not a waste of time, sha, but I wish before I used to think it was a waste of time. I borrowed one computer science course before, yeah, in university. It was not, I thought it was a waste of time until later in my life I realized that it was not a waste of time. And I wish I had actually studied computer science because I studied chemistry.
But you're into tech now, so it's not big deal.
Is it?
But you're into tech now, so it's not big deal.
Yeah, I wish I had actually had studied computer science in this thing because funny enough, I did very well in chemistry. I graduated very good, very good grade, by the way. And I actually thought I would be a professor in chemistry. Hey, see my life. See my life. Yeah. At some point, it told me professor because they felt I was so into it. I love it. But it's a long story because I'm actually a professor now in my
Wow,
house.
that's your house.
Yeah.
In your house.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So is the addition for
I'm a professor
Um,
in my house, Abi.
yeah.
anything you want in your house.
Anything you want in your house, my dear. All
Hello.
right, yeah. Melinda, how are you doing? I'm just seeing you. I said, let me check on people that are on class right now because I've been doing a lot of talking. I'm not look at people I have. Or Orok, how you dey? Richard, Oluchi, Melinda, Nasum, Victor, Slice.
I'm fine, sir.
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Hope you guys are following.
Yeah.
Graduate.
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to prototyping, it's really it's one of those parts of design that you just have to carefully understand how it works. Then you can apply to anything. I feel this is the best part of me. This is more like the simplest way I could apply it. I could use it to teach because the other ones that we can do, they will be quite too complex. Like when you click on menu and it's round and everything, but we can't teach you everything. Because even me sometimes I get stuck. Because at the time you are doing it, like, okay, what do I add to this one? You just need to understand how it works. It's like an algorithm. You need to understand how it works. If not, you still it's more like a flow chart rather. You need to understand how it works here. But hopefully you guys are coping and you can always go back to watch the video afterwards. So where did we stop? Yeah, I said we have a problem. When we click on this minus, it keep going down, and we want to avoid that, which introduce conditional. And in our conditional, it's like look, like I said, it's an if statement. Did someone ask a question? Sorry, I saw a message. Chuka, sorry, Chukuka. If I don't call you, who will I call? If I don't call you, who will I call? By the way, they say you are not part of our class. Go and look for your class.
Please,
So, they
please,
say
let all of us
they say you are not part of us. Okay, so for us to be able to make sure that this does not go to give us a negative value, what we need to do is we go to the minus. Remember, it's in the minus now on this interaction that we created for minus. When we do that, we add an action. Under action, instead of setting values, we do what? We go to conditional. And we say if product cut total is greater than 1, then see what I want to do. I will drag this variable that I created before. Remember, I set a value before. I will drag this inside here. I'll explain what I just did. So if product cut total is greater than 1, then execute what we created before, which was this. Remember what we created before, which was product cart total equals to product cart total minus 1. Those that don't love mathematics now, they are no longer on this WhatsApp group. You want me to explain that again?
So it's a -1 from the total of the product cut.
Okay, so we created a variable before. We call it, remember we created a value, we assign a value to this minus, and we said this equals to product cart total minus 1 on click. That means at every time you click it, it reduces the value to 1 by 1. But that it's not very valid in terms that even if it is minus, even if it's 0, it will reduce it to -1, which cannot be -1. You cannot even have 0 in cards. For an item to be able to get into your card, it should be only 1, right? It should be 1 and above. So now, for us to be able to achieve that, we have to add conditional. That conditional say if product card total is greater than 1, then set product cart total to be product cart total minus 1. Who is not lost?
All right.
It's just repetitive.
Do you want me to explain that again? See,
Yeah, please do.
Yes, yes, please.
mathematically, this is it. Let me see if I can use this as a. Hopefully it works. Yeah, it's not reducing again. It's increasing. It will reduce to 1 and stop. Brilliant. Lovely. Now, product, we assign a value. We created a value before and we call it product cart total. And we assign that value to minus, and we say the minus should be, when you click on minus, it should be product cart total minus 1. Remember what we did? We did the same for product cart total. Should be, when you click on plus, it should be product cart total plus 1. So that it could increase and decrease.
Yes.
But now, because there is a limitation to that, which is if you keep clicking on -1 1 onto 0, it will now be -1 -2 minus. You cannot have a negative value in your cards, and you cannot even have 0. So that means we now introduce what we call conditionals. What conditional does is that it's an if-else statement. So if a particular condition is met, yeah, then execute this value or execute this action, else execute another action. So in our case, what we did is that I'll go to the component now. I use the minus because that's the only one we need to execute the value for now. I click on this. I said, if product cart total is greater than 1, then set product cart total to be product cart total minus 1. So you can only minus 1 if only the value that you have on your cart total is greater than 1. See,
It's understood.
if you don't understand this thing again, we need to pray for you.
I understand, sir.
Yeah, I mean that just that explanation alone. I mean, it might be this particular explanation.
Sorry.
I think I have the best explanation for that.
That second condition, it's not complete over there because I'm saying product card total, because I know the condition is if product card total is greater than 1, then set product card total as what? What's the next part?
And set product cart total. See the product cart total. Let's see if I can bring this down for you. See, then set product cart total to be product cart total minus 1.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. I was wondering where that one.
Yeah. So, and we don't need anything in else at the moment. We don't need anything in else because let's leave the else because we really don't need it. Except we wanted it to be else, set it to -5. Set it to -5, which is not what we want. So that is where else comes in. You understand, right? But at this point, we don't need else. So we're going to leave else for now. What else do we need to do? Any other question, guys? Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's prototype, and because we still have one more couple of things to do. This increase. Yeah. Like you said, we want in such a way that when we click plus, this price also should increase. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so now we want to click the plus on the card. Let's increase the price we see here under that. We need to set the product total price. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of what to do there. We need to set the product total price as product base price times product at total. Yeah, that's what we need to do. So let's go. On the main component, we click on, because that one has to do with the plus. We go on our interaction here, add an action. Add an action, set variable. So what we are going to do is that product total price would be product base price, right? Times, yeah, multiplication, yeah, times product cut total. Yeah. If that doesn't work, we try another option. Sorry. I'm just thinking of that just shows how a bit not straight. Yeah, I'm correct. That was correct. Let me go and explain. Because it's not something, prototyping is not really something, this kind of it's not something I do every day, so I might end up forgetting some flows. So what I did there was I set a value for those that did not follow. I set a value of because I want it in such a way that when you increase this, let me just open up. When you increase this value, let me prototype and see. When you increase this value, that this should increase, right?
Sorry. It seems it's why is it only multiplication? Why? I don't know. Why?
It's
I feel it.
multiplication now. If you have one and you, let's say 180, the second one will be how much? Supposed to be, it's not reducing, so I will know
I
what.
think I think one is 90. That was 90.
90. The second
Yeah,
one,
that was nice actually.
will be
Oh,
180.
sorry, I
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
you know,
I think it's fine when it comes to the plus.
Yeah, we will do that. We do the same thing for minus. We do the same thing for minus. Where did we stop? What did I do? Sorry, I added that it increased, right? Yeah. So to do that, I say we need to set the product total price at the product base price times product cut total. So we also need to update this one. We also need to update the price here. That it should change, right? The price will also have to change. Like Richard asked, the price here also have to change. So I'm going to do another set variable to achieve that. Yeah. So I'll go on do another set variable. Right, yeah. I'm going to do another set variable under plus here. Set variable, and I'll say cut total equal to cut total plus product base price. Yeah. Yeah. So ideally cut total plus the product base price, which is just like, let's say you had 120 before, you now add 90 plus 90, it will be 210. You understand? I think that's the flow. Let's see. Hopefully I'm correct. I think I'm correct. So let's see. Yeah, I'm correct. The minus has not is not minusing, it's just doing its own work. Okay, we go and see what. Let's go and do the same for minus. Under our minus, we go to our component. You see why I decided to make this a different component, because I didn't want this to be too complicated, right? I created it separately. So we do the same for minus. So we are going to do selection. Set variable. And we do set product total price to equals to product base price times product cart total. Abi. That was what we did, right, guys? Yeah. Okay, well, you're not updating here. And of course, we know what to do there, right, guys? The same thing we did before. So this is updating. 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 Okay. So let's go back to. I will just collapse this wait about this thing. So I'm going to take this, drag this inside there. Just I don't want it to be too. Notice it was here before. I don't want it to be. I just want it to be a bit organized. You can leave it where it is, but I always like my lines to be organized. So I still put them under the same condition now. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. So we are going to add another one for the cart. We are going to say cart total, set variable cart total is going to be cart total minus product base price. Enter. So it's going to be cart total minus product base price. Yeah, am I correct? Let's see. Hopefully I'm correct. Amazing. We're gonna have answered your question now.
Completely, sir.
Okay. So that's the idea. Now, with this alone, you can literally share a prototype with your prototype with your stakeholder. Tell them this is what we are trying to achieve without having to go and design your product. Right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Any question, because we are going to go on the next variable now, which is Boolean. I want us, okay, no question. So now, remember we have this delete button. And in such a way that when they click on this delete button, it should be removed from cart in real time. How do we do that? Go on your variable that you created before. Go on variable, and we don't want it here. We are going to go on the collection variable. This is the reason. I don't want to change this again to different mode where I have mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, because I created this one because this was unique. This one only had only one value. So I'll go back to the one I had 4 value, and I'll create another variable. I'll call it Boolean. You see, notice it shows false, false, false. I'll call it visibility or delete, whichever one you want. I'll call it visibility. Okay, I'll call it visibility, Abby. Yeah, I'll just call it visibility. Toggle it on, off, toggle it on, off, toggle it on, off. Yeah, it's working. So now let's go and do what? Assign this value of what we created. We are going to did I set it to true already, guys? By the way, did I set it to true? I'm supposed to say that no, all of them should be true by default first, because I need them to be visible by default until we toggle it here. So I'll set it to true. So I'll set it to true. Then I'll select all this icon. Select all the icon. If I select them, let's see what happens here. And go on our variable. If I select them, I'll go on our variable. Okay, I'm not assigning it yet. Sorry. What we need to do is I'm trying to remember what I need to do. Okay, assign visibility. Sorry, guys. I was trying to remember what to do with this. So first, once I select this component I created now, you see an eye icon here, right, guys? Which is saying hide and minus, right? If you do it this way, it's not ideal. So what I'll do is I'll right click on this and I'll see visibility. I'll assign a value to this. I'll do it again. Now, if you click on, let me detach it. When you highlight your components, all the components on your card, you can still go on this one to do the same thing, by the way. Visibility, assign it true so that on all this is still true, right? Am I correct? Yeah, it's true. So I can assign it. Let me just assign on that one alone. I prefer it that way, by the way. So I'll assign it to true value. Now, if I go on our variable here and I toggle it, notice it's off. Wait, sorry, I assigned it wrongly. My apologies. My sincere apologies. I'm supposed to do them one by one, sorry. Because I'm supposed to do them one by one. Visibility, yeah. So that I don't control each of them from the same place. If not, one toggle will control all of them. Visibility. Okay, brilliant. So let's go back to our variable. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So this can help us achieve what we want to achieve in our program now. Do you guys understand what I just did there, right? When I assign it, when I highlight all of them and assign one, it took them as one because this was a auto layout. So everything was grouped as one. But I don't want it, I wanted it to be unique. So that I can, if I click on this one, it will delete it by itself. So on our local variable, you see that it's working. So also let's finish setting up the variables. Okay. Sorry guys, 1 minute. Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you give me 1 minute, please?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. All right.
Okay, sorry guys, someone was at the door. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so what we need to do now is go on our main component. Under this delete button, we assign value to it. And what do we do? Add interaction. On click, right? On click, what do we do? Set variable to be visibility, and visibility will be what?
False.
Visibility false. Thank you. Thank you. So visibility false. That is how it's going to be. Let's see if that works. Hopefully I don't have to do something else. Yep. Have you seen?
Yes.
However, I don't think it's reducing the price. Yeah, it's not reducing the price. Not reducing the price.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that is not just hiding it instead of removing it totally.
It's removing it.
But I feel it has to be set for the base total to actually be reduced if you are removing
Yes.
those ones.
Yes. Yes.
So you
It's that.
add variable then.
I didn't catch that.
That is, you still add set variable.
Yes,
Like-
we add another set variable, making sure that it controls this one as well.
All right.
So, and for us to do that, because what is controlling it is under, we are dealing with the minus. Now we are going to go back to the minus, the delete button again, rather. Click on delete button and add another action. The new row would be set variable, like you guys said. And cat total is going to be cat total minus product total price. So let's see if that works. Where is it again? Okay. Yeah. So that works. That was straightforward, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What else again do we need to do?
The 4 items, so that when we remove it reflects.
That's true. So these 4 items, what do we do? 4 items. To achieve that 4 items, what do we do? Who want to walk me through?
Set the 4 as variable also, then do subtraction.
Let's see. Let's follow you. So we set the 4 as variable, right? So we are going to go to this cat total. We call this one cat. Is it a number?
Yes, a number.
I'll call it cat count. Yeah, I will give it a value of 4 just for the purpose of this. So that for this, let's just give a value of 4. Then you say I should do what?
Then you set the, is it the action now? Is it
The
action?
automation of each and trigger.
Okay.
Yes.
So
trigger.
first of all, you need to assign the variable you just created to this so that it will be distinct. So I'll assign that value. You understand what I'm saying? Apply variables. And we call it cat count. So that if you now set variable to it, can reduce or increase, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we are going to do now, what do you say we should do? Oh yeah, walk me through. Interaction.
On click.
It cannot be on click.
Oh,
Mm,
sorry. After delay, rather. After
mm,
1 second.
You say
After delay, 1 millisecond.
after delay, 1 milliseconds. Interesting. Then what will be your action?
Set variable,
Hmm.
subtract. Cat counts minus 1. Cat count subtract.
I didn't get that. Say it again. Set variable cat count.
Subtraction.
Hold on. I'll
Type
just hold on. I'm just going to remove this. Let's do it again. I want you to talk me through it. I want you to, if it doesn't work, we try someone else do it. I like that idea. So 1 millisecond. Richard, you're the one saying it now, right?
Yes, sir.
Set variable to what?
Cat counts.
Cat count. Yeah.
Then cat counts.
Cat count. Yeah.
Is it not cat total?
Relax.
Okay, let's go with cat counts. Then subtraction
Yeah.
-1.
-1.
Product base total.
Okay.
Oh, there's something wrong.
3 items actually.
Sorry?
I think it should be conditional
It should be
Yes.
conditional actually.
because you can add and you can remove this thing. You can add and remove from the cart.
Yeah, you're right.
And then it should also be tied to the X.
It should be tied to the X, right?
Yes,
That's
for the subtraction.
product base total.
All right, hold on. Let's go back again to your.
Yes, and the product based total.
So, this is what you want us to do, right? Where was it again? It was, sorry, it was not there. It was here. Yeah. So, what do you say we should do again?
It will
Product
be
base total.
You want me
it
to
will
do
be-
what he has done, or you want me to build on what he has done?
let's start afresh.
Okay, I'm going to delete what he has done. So, yeah, when I do this, what do I do?
Okay, interaction.
Yeah.
Okay. After delay 1 millisecond.
After delay 1 millisecond. Yeah.
Okay. Set variable. Set this thing. Action. Let's pick conditional.
Condition.
What's that? Is it conditional first?
Conditional.
First, right? Okay.
Okay.
Product base
Cat
total.
cow.
Hold on. Who is talking? I'm hearing two voices. One person in that should be who, please. Who is talking?
Okay, let me just try.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cat count should be
Cat count.
greater than okay. Sorry, equals to product base with product total price. Product cat total. I'm a bit
Okay, so
confused.
it's actually not conditional. So don't use conditional. Conditional is not ideal for that. So Richard was a bit correct, but just a mistake, one small mistake. So Richard, if you can tweak, just think of what you told me before, and let's rework on that again. So set variable.
That we should do I go back to the one we did?
Yeah.
Okay, card counts,
Cat count, yeah.
subtraction,
Minus, yeah.
yes, 1. No, will you call it -1 now? Because if it's
You're
1,
going to be cat count. Let me see, this is how it's going to be. Let me just tell you how it's going to be. Sorry, I just made one mistake there. This is how it's going to be. Let me just explain based on, I know what you're trying to do, but you just meet the algorithm, you just miss the flow. So now it's going to be, hopefully this works, yeah. But based on that, I did not think of that 4 items before. So you're going to be set variable to, you're going to be cat count, yeah, equals to cat count, yeah, minus 1. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so by default, it's taking 3
Yeah,
already.
and we've not linked it to the X.
Okay, so we've not linked it to the X, so we need to link it to the X. So we go to our main component. On X, what do we do? Add action, set variable, and we call it what?
That counts.
Add count. I'm waiting for you.
For me, yeah, I think it should be the cat count minus 1 here now. Or no, we just put it as cat counts now. Because we've already done cat count minus 1. So this should serve as a trigger. I'm just spitballing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is so simple. I'm not going to do it.
It should be cat count minus 1 here. I feel so.
Cat count,
Well, we set cat count minus 1 earlier now.
we've done that already. Other people on the group should say something, guys. In fact, I don't give assignment.
Be cat total minus 1.
What
Cat
is that?
cat total, cat total, cat total. No,
What is it?
we're trying to deal with. We are not trying to. Okay, so this is. Let me just explain. This is cat total. We are not dealing with this.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, sorry.
So we are dealing with this item now. So because we are dealing with this item, this is what we are trying to. We want these items with that when you click, when you remove this visibility, this also reduce.
I get it. I get you, sir.
Yeah. So where are we?
In the middle of deciding if we're doing just cat count or cat count minus 1 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're having fun.
I'm waiting for you guys.
Can we try both ideas? Maybe do cat count first, see if it works. If it doesn't, we do cat count minus 1.
Okay. We've already added something to it, right? This is one. I want to remove this, but that's not what we need. So guys, what do you say again I should do? Who want to go first? All right. So what I will do is I will give you guys access to this file and give an assignment. Because the answer is just in your front.
It's simple logically, but I don't know why it's
Logically, yeah. Let's see. So ideally, you need to link something to the X, right?
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Let's see. Where is this? Where again? Was it on this one, right? On X. Let's see this one. When you click on it, it's going to be action. So it's variable going to be cat. Okay. I know where the issue came from. Uganda, you know
Yes.
what you have done? Okay. We did not assign anything to the main component.
Oh,
On your main component, you add value to it. So you will now give what you said earlier, you give it first to your main component. I think that would work because nothing is controlling this main component. It doesn't know how many count you have on your card.
okay.
So you are going to set variable and you call it card total. Am I correct? Yeah, card total.
I thought you said car total is the total price.
Did I do? Sorry. We've already done that, Seth. Sorry, we are on items. Yeah, we are on items. Sorry, we've already done that. Excuse me, please. We are on items. So we've already done that. We are on items. Sorry, my mind just took me to something else. I was trying to check the code. We've done that. We've done this 1, 2. We've done the. So we are going to have 4 items here. Set another variable. Cat count is going to be equal to cat count minus 1. Yes. It's cat count minus 1. It shouldn't be anything less than that. So we link it to this. Link it, yeah. I've answered your question, guys, so you know. You link it. What if it's not after delay? Did you hear me? Good now.
I'm hearing you, but then on click. No,
What
is
if
it
it's not after delay?
on click? That is on click of the X button.
Yeah, it did not delete. Okay, so let's do something. So go back on your X button. Go back on your X button and assign your value. So the first thing you do with your X button is you assign this first one is called cat what? What was your interaction?
I think that count.
Cat count equals to cat count, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be cat count minus 1. Okay. So with this now, you know what to do. You know what to do, right? Because you've gotten your value now. You know what to do, right?
To link it to the X.
Thank you. So who does that?
Orok.
Yeah. So you link it to your X, guys.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm waiting for anybody to guide me. How do we link it to the X?
I vote Chukuka gift. It's part of the class. Let's improve it.
We can do it together now. Anybody that has an idea can start, then we follow up.
Mm.
Alvin, Melinda, Namsu, Good Luck, Slice, Chukuka. Right, so now what assignment? I will leave them for assignment be that now.
It's just round it up from
Is there?
It's just round it up here.
No, we are not.
Let's just try here.
Okay, so
That's right.
yeah. Just know that I'm not going to do it because the answer is just in your front. All right, so who want to try it first?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's to link it to the X, Abby. So yes, click on the X side.
Yeah.
And then on click, Yes. Add new, yes. Set variable. Parts counts. So cat counts.
Eh?
We're going to do it to cat count. You already set cat count in the component as cat count -1, right?
Yeah, I've done that already.
So I think we should also just click cat counts for this one.
Okay, cat count to cat count.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there any way we can leave it without assigning subtraction or anything like that?
I've done as you commanded, sir.
I did not command Joey subtraction. Let's see if it doesn't work.
I
Then
think
we'll
it's
come again.
no.
Oh God, this is very enlightening.
Exactly. So it's actually quite easy. All right, guys, this is your assignment.
Wonderful. Let's end it here.
Assignment. Congratulations, everyone that have new assignments.
Everyone.
And it's
So
quite easy, by the way.
you-
All you need to have access, I just need to give you access to whoever want to do the assignment. You need access to the file. And I'll give you access to the file. And you use it to, I'll not delete anything. I'll use it to give you so that you can go back and duplicate it and check what, or give access to the file and see where we did, and or try to do your own. If you watch the video again, try to do your own, and it's no way. You don't need access to the file, by the way. Just try to do your own so that you can it's a good thing, by the way, if you can do all through to this point and get stuck at here. If you can literally do it yourself and get stuck at here, then that's fine. That's a good thing. And I'll be happy with anybody that does his or her own and get stuck at this point. And I mean it. So let me not even say, let me not give you assignment only for that one. Let me give you assignment. Go back and redesign, or even go on community, get a simple how do they call it, e-commerce cart, right? And there is something like this. There are so many templates that you can see that it's like this. Then apply what we've done so far to yours and then share the assignment with me, guys. Is that all right? Watch the video again and replicate what I've done. It's very easy. Watch the video again and replicate what I have done. I wish I can write step and share as a document. Maybe I will be able to. I don't think I can do that right now. But if you watch the video, you can literally know what I have done. Guys, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to say the card item alone should be an issue. If you get to a point that you are stuck there, maybe before we can just I can just guide you guys on what I did. I don't want to say it because I want you guys to go back and look at it. Fun enough, in the process of looking at it, you might remember what is to be done in that place.
All right. So when are we expected to submit, please?
I really would appreciate you guys to submit the assignment on Wednesday.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't get the date for the submission.
On Wednesday. On Wednesday.
Okay.
Is it too fast? It's not. It's just easy now. You don't need to design there's already a template anyway. You can go online. Let me even check one for you guys. Let me even check one for you guys. By the way, this is a powerful. Let me show you another prototype, but that's an advanced one. Check these guys out.
Wow, this is nice. So
So prototyping is lovely if you understand it, but these ones are a bit technical, but it's just you need to understand. It's called after delay. That's how you can add after delay to them, and it's very easy. It's very cool. So you just need to know how to link the pages and everything. But we are not going to do that now. These are little things that you can know how to do, by the way, if you just master the main one. Ideally, just master how it works, know how it works. Once you master it, then you can literally play with any other design. I'm looking forward to see if I can see any e-commerce template that you guys can use for. I think this can work here. Let me see. Lovely. So how do they call this template? Community. What's the name of this? Was community here. I found it on the community. I felt you guys can share. I'll delete this. I want you guys to use this. So how do I share this now with you guys? Copy link. So guys, what you need to do, you don't need to request access. All you just need to do is go copy this link and paste on your own. You have access to this file already. Don't work on my file. You know what I asked, right? Copy this here. What happened here?
Where did you get that one from?
I saw it on one Figma community. Okay.
You just search e-commerce sites.
E-commerce site. You can go. You must not be this type. You can go and type it in an e-commerce site. I don't think I like this site. It was not done well. So many things. The person did not do some things well. I don't think you guys might have issues. So all you need to do is even use one alone. I don't think an agile guy did. It's even on in Naira. The guy did not apply some of the things, but I don't think I like it. But it can help you with what you want to do. Let me see. Can this be done? Yeah, this can be done separately. So it can help you. You can just create a component like I did before, guys. So go on Figma Commit and search e-commerce site and do, or if you want to create your own, lovely. Or if you have something already, you can use it to create. That's fine. So just go on the community and check what you guys want and do it here. So Wednesday will be a good time to submit assignment. So why we don't always I'm reading a post. What are you guys saying? Richard, I pity who believe me, but who no believe me now in my pity pass. Chika, you're not serious. All right, guys. So guys, that's it for for today. You have your assignment. You know what to do. Go and do your assignment now. Go and do your assignment here. So we going to start our project very soon, guys. Are you there?
Yep.
Yes,
Yes,
we are.
yes, sir.
Okay, so we are going to start our project soon. So and we need to divide you guys into group. And we are at the moment we had a meeting. We are contemplating of having you guys to work on your project individually to see how this time around would be, because we realize that most times students some people get busy